Meantime, we are hearing yet again, and this is normally the cycle of the week, where when Daniel Andrews is in trouble politically on a Monday, he says, well, maybe we might change some things. And then after it's reported on the Tuesday, he says on the Wednesday, look, I don't know whether we can do this or not. And then, of course, once people start to say, hang on, another week of this stuff, he starts dangling a bauble in front of you like you're a newborn cat, that things will get better on the weekend. I told you weeks ago that the best case scenario for genuine freedom was October 29. If it's 1 week earlier, you've still been in a form of lockdown in Victoria since July. There are older people in Victoria who have not left their homes for anything but shopping since March. But because Chairman Dan is in a world of pain, this time last week he was not handing over his phone records to his hand-picked inquiry, the one where it's not an offence to lie to them, the one where everyone said they had no responsibility. Then he came face to face with our mate Peta Credlin. Lo and behold, the inquiry grew a pair and realised, you know what? We can actually demand these things. So the phone records are being handed over. Questions are being asked. Pressure is being applied. This bloke can't avoid reality. But of course, the best way to change the subject is to pretend that something is going to change on Sunday when, based off form, not much is going to change on Sunday.
Another pointed message for all to see. The words "sack Dan" on the Premier's electorate office.
I think the restrictions in Victoria are just way over the top. But still, I don't agree that it should bring this type of criminal damage.
As tensions flare over the now 14-week lockdown, the legal challenges mount. The latest taken to the Supreme Court over Melbourne's stay-at-home orders. There are now almost a dozen legal challenges to Victoria's COVID restrictions underway.
Now, just like I said, by the way, that you're not a freedom fighter if you're somebody who's been going and protesting and punching on with police. You're not a freedom fighter if you're somebody who decides to go and vandalise a politician's office or have a crack at their family. You people go away, not part of it. Our conversation that we have here is about the normal people who are following the rules, doing the right thing, who understandably are sick to death of seeing the rules constantly change, the measurements constantly change, the politicians never held accountable, when if you filled out a form the wrong way, they'd be right up you for the rent in Victoria normally. Meantime, we also heard even more information on top of what we told you last week about the number of people that have taken their own lives during the pandemic. I'm sad to say that the number of people who have attempted to take their own life has surged whilst in lockdown. The loneliness, the isolation, the separation, all of these things compound whatever was already going on in somebody's life, let alone the financial stress of not having a job, trying to desperately hold on to a business, all of this. This is the true cost of the failures of hotel quarantine. I talk about it every night because that matters. More than 800 people have died. More than 500 people have taken their own life. And a significant number of people have not just thought about it, but taken a step toward it. As always, we hope that people can reach out to somebody, ring Lifeline, ring a friend. But the idea that people feel that lonely at that moment is exacerbated and made all the worse because of the lack of human interaction that this government is obsessed with keeping in place, while not actually calling out the real reason that the virus is still swirling around. Certain parts of the Melbourne community that just won't follow the rules. But of course those people don't get fined. But if you want to go for a fish, or God forbid even think about playing golf, get ready to pay up.